Hello everyone, in this episode of All About Bridge Engineering, I will discuss with you a portal frame with rigid connections. And here you see this portal frame, which is a single bay 3-membered structure, is supporting the metro viaduct. But the question arises, when major portion of this viaduct is supported on cantilever type piers, then what was the need for this portal beam and the portal legs here? Notice that this viaduct is running right above a very busy existing road. This existing road has its own traffic requirements. In order to place the viaduct with a cantilever pier as placed at other portions of this entire alignment, the pier must be placed right in the middle of the existing road, which would definitely distract and disturb the existing traffic. Hence, portal becomes the best choice in these cases. Also note that at the location of the portal, the entire superstructure is basically in a curved portion, as it is heading towards the next metro station. This portal is supporting a curved span at this location. So we will focus primarily on some bullet points of this video. One being, what is the structural behavior of this simple 3-membered portal structure? I'm sure most of the civil engineering graduates and even the professionals would have faced similar problems in their structural analysis textbooks while solving the same for a vertical load, for a horizontal sway, subjected to different support conditions. But here in this case, this portal beam, which is the horizontal member of this portal frame, is monolithically built with its vertical members, and as a whole it is a rigid portal frame. And as far as the foundations are concerned, you can consider the support conditions of this structure as fixed at both ends. So let's analyze and visualize what all sorts of loadings this portal frame may be subjected to. If you will notice, a single bearing is placed over the top of this portal beam. Let me bring it by a zoomed and enhanced section. So at this location, we can clearly figure out that all the vertical loads of the curved superstructure along with the metro live load movement are basically transferred through bearings in a single point at the middle of the portal beam. So this is one load which normally many people clearly visualize, but let's have a deeper insight into this. You may also note that since it is a curved span, some horizontal forces may arise whenever the traffic moves over it due to centrifugal forces, and also some horizontal forces that we cannot see practically are the wind forces and the seismic forces in case of a seismic event. Also note that the horizontal beam of this entire portal is very thick, and the whole moment diagram depends upon the relative stiffnesses, relative rigidity of all the members. So before proceeding towards another load, which is the temperature load that has to be applied in the horizontal direction to the portal beam, these were the basic loads that are basically subjected to this portal frame. So without a second thought, the portal is the best choice in these scenarios where you have to ensure that the existing traffic is not disturbed, and also the viaduct and the metro operations are not hampered. So in your structural analysis book, please note you must have analyzed a 3-legged portal frame subjected to a vertical loading. At the end of the video, I will be posting some bending moment diagrams. In the comment section, make sure you see them and you choose the correct options. So this is all. In my next video or next episode of All About Bridge Engineering, I will bring portal frame with pinned connections at the top. That is a simply supported beam with 2 vertical legs. Till then, take care.